Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm doing what is it? I forgot what I built. Oh, a museum. Originally this lot was a library, but I figured since I did the town hall / library, well it is a library lot type, I would do a museum. Originally I was gonna do, well the original lot type is a library, I think it's Lakeview Library what this lot was called before. But I was gonna do a cemetery just because I haven't built one yet, but there is one you see on the left side. Obviously a smaller cemetery, but I did want to do one, but I feel like given the small town, maybe I can do that in another. I'm sorry, I don't know if you heard my dog right now. I just changed location, it got warm. But anyway, what was I talking about? I had a cemetery. I was gonna do a cemetery. I think I already said that. But yeah, basically I felt like because the cemetery's there, it'd be too repetitive. I mean, it wouldn't be that repetitive because I was also thinking that like tombstone. I'm not exactly sure what Sims those tombstones belong to. I'm assuming the founders are, was it Jasper Prescott, I believe, is the name of the founder of this of Copperdale. So it could be like, this is more of a communal cemeteries, not really actual because cemeteries are not private. Well, not necessarily, but anyway, I'm gonna rant. For this build, I feel like the museum I wanted to be kind of not rustic, but I wanted to have it be more of a older kind of style. I don't know, I felt that these colors, especially looking at it now with the brick and the roofing, I wanted to have it a bit run down or a bit old and weathered. That's the word I was looking for, weathered. Yeah, so I just figured that this could be this build was here. Here was my storyline. That this build was here. Oh, I thought it just froze for a second, but I guess I'll just take my time making a decision. Oh, yeah, here I am, making it more darker because I felt like the brightness of the windows before weren't really tying into the weathered look. But yeah. One thing I realized recording these videos, before I talk about the storylines, I say a lot. So I use a lot of fillers, but hopefully that will stop soon. Oh, I don't know what that was. Oh, there you go again. I will try, but I almost said it again. I cannot find any new filler word. Anyway, about what was I talking about? The structure of this build. I want it to be where it is kind of, or this used to be a factory or a mill. I'm sorry, I just said it again. Oh shit. Okay. This build was an old factory, and I wanted to have that kind of look through. It kind of looks like a factory mill. That's kind of aesthetic I wanted to go for, and it got turned into the cities or towns museum. And yeah, so that's the general aesthetic or vibe I try to go for, because again, it's not that weathered. I could have went ahead and added some wall decorations and such, but I just felt that because of how dark the brick is, it wouldn't be that noticeable. I mean, I would know that it is there and that would make me feel better about it being weathered, but I just felt that with how oh shit. I don't know why I had to. I don't have to not say but it's just me. But again, even how dark the brick is, I felt that it wouldn't make sense. Maybe I could do some of the wall decor to have like the cracks in it and everything. That could have been nice. But yeah, I also tried to look for the fences and fence post or wall that is in the cemetery nearby with that brick and the metal gate or fence. And I couldn't find it in the debug item. I do have the build by mod. I'm not sure if I had to restart my game for it to show up, but for some reason my debug catalog is not showing up. So whatever that reason is. And for exterior, what is this? Landscaping. I didn't add as much as I want. Well, I did add enough, but I just wanted more trees. But given the lack of space, especially in the back, I mean here there's spacing, but as you see right here, I just there wasn't enough space to put a tree in without it cutting into the building itself. So I had to compromise and let go of a tree, which is very unfortunate. I do love adding trees, especially for the surrounding world, it makes sense to add trees. It's like forest kind of biome. I'm not sure if forest is a biome, yeah. I haven't studied that in a while, but yeah. So about the build, let me talk about what I decided to go for the museum and showcase. I decided to do, originally it was just going to be a mining museum because given the world of Copperdale, it's a mining town and there wasn't much to add. I was gonna use some journey to about 2 items, but some of them gave the rest look, and I did use a few, but others felt too advanced, and some are obviously tailored to more of a Star Wars aesthetic or look. So couldn't really add them. So I ended up switching it. Well, not switching it. The first floor is for the mining, where the mining showcases are at, or is at. And then for the second floor, I just did, I'm actually really proud of what I did, how I thought this out and everything. But I did a little, you know how you go to museums, they have that glass box display of, like, how should I explain it? A little glass box display of, okay, the only I could think of is, Night Museum, when the Neanderthals, I don't know why it sounds weird when I say it, were, and they had those mannequins and then their fire and the rubble and stuff like that. So I did that for the mining and as well as the what does it say about for the second floor? I have like the history of the natives and the settlers. I went kind of that route for it, just because I feel like obviously given the museum of the town, I feel like that would be more, or that would be true to what a museum is. I don't know why, but I guess the museums I have been to have been predominantly historical museums. I have been to a few art museums. I actually once went to one recently, not aqua museum, not necessarily aquarium, but aquatic? What is that word? I'm sorry, my dog is just chilling in the back. But yeah, it was whales and ocean, sea life museum. And that was the first time I ever went to one specifically for that. They had they had the bones, the husk, like the teeth, the krill, what is it? This is why I should watch more animal documentaries, but I can't watch animal documentaries. I don't know why, it's always been something that I have had trouble watching. I always get sad watching animals get eaten. I know that's a circle of life, but as a kid, I could not watch it. Anyway, back to the animal thing. They had, here's a little warning, it's going to be very, not graphic, but kind of gross. Just give me like 15 seconds. So there was preserved body parts of the animals, like the eyes, hearts, lungs, and they had it preserved in little jars. So yeah, that was interesting to see. I'd never seen that before. So that was definitely a first. I don't really have any here in the US because I did visit one in Mexico. But I haven't been to many museums in the US. Actually, the only art museums I have been to are in the US. I go to history, and I went to that Sea Life Museum in Mexico. So I think that's probably why I went with the not aesthetic, but the idea of the museum with the settlers and the natives, just because I saw that recently in Mexico. That was the museum I visited. So yeah, and here's the mining display I did of a little, recreation, I guess, of sorts. I just did a few details. I did initially want to fill up the carts with some sort of like jewels and crystals and gold, but I just couldn't find any. I'm pretty sure you'll see it eventually, but I did try to use that gold fruit plate just to make it look like there's gold, but it was just too obvious. it was so obvious that it was fruit, so I just decided to forget about it. Also, these what is it? Not railings. This fencing ropes. I really like the look of it. I wish I would have been able to keep this because that was the style I wanted. Because museums they have that or these, and just the color scheme wasn't because the gold is very bright and stands out a lot, and the silver was like my best bet, but I just ended up switching out because I really liked it, but just wasn't the look for it. I was also debating whether, oh, here I put a speaker just to make it seem like they play some mine noises. I don't know why that reminded me back in high school. We had to, my teacher did a, not representation, a recreation, I guess, of sorts, where we had to work in a mine, in the working mill, assembly line, and she would just play blasting music. Well, not blasting music, blasting sounds of the like factory noise, and had as like staple and past paper. We had to do a whole bunch of that just to get the feel of it. Don't know why, but yeah. So I think about that. Here is the gold, but it's obvious fruit, so I had to get it. But it was a good thought. Thought that counts. And yeah, here's where I did the little showcase room. I did try to make it not exact circular because it's very obviously squared. But I try to you start from the left. Well, now you start from the still bottom, but you just go around and see the history of the development of Copperdale. That's my museum for you. And yeah, and you'll see in a sec, but these rectangular boxes is where I did the little showcase displays. So yeah, I really liked that. Sometimes I feel like that was very creative of me to do. Patting myself on the back for that. But yeah, I want to get into it already, but I guess I'm still fixing the lighting. So that's the thing with lightings. I want it to be perfect, like evenly spaced. And okay, here's a little display I did, probably what it looked like before. I mean, did try to find more forest artwork, but we didn't have any, and I could have done gallery artwork, but because the gallery artwork majority of the time it is on canvas, it would be sticking out too much. And because I have these windows here on the right, it's the Eco Lysa, I believe, where it has a little shelf, I guess, where you can peek in. So yeah, so here we have I mean, it was very hard to find like native traditional stuff. I don't know. I just put the generic things you see in museums with the pots, any woven things they had, displays of culture and traditions. That's what I try to get through with this one here. Also, the duck that I'm looking at, I actually put the duck here just because I feel like ducks were probably native. I was thinking maybe the settlers brought the ducks, but given that the town, I feel like ducks would be here in the fishing town. So yeah, but I did give the settlers a dog because that was pretty common for them to bring their dogs. But yeah, very like these are the displays. I'm not sure. I just heard just a display, but this is the thing I was really proud of myself for doing for some reason. But yeah, I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I am recording because this video will be up tomorrow, but I am also tired, so there's that. Yeah, again, it was hard to find more like things that look like they could represent natives, I guess, or because I'm not exactly sure what this given the surrounding, like the forest and obviously the lake. I feel like as I put the fire pit for warmth, and the fishing thing, what is it, the fishing basket for obviously the lake is there and a resource for food. And then here we have this little development area, and yeah, it felt very almost like a warehouse look to me. It felt the interior, especially the walls and the flooring. But that's kind of wanted to look. When you go to museums, especially in small towns, there is this like scent to them almost like carpet, like, and a bit muggy and musty, kind of like that. So the kind of vibe I wanted to go for with this, especially given the small town aesthetic. I feel like that's what I'm trying to display or reach really with this recreating of Copperdale is a small town feel. But yeah, I'm excited to actually start doing residential stuff because I've been doing mostly communal lots. Also, that newspaper wall display thing, I really wanted that just to showcase like old letters and stuff they've collected. But I just felt like with the color scheme of everything, it didn't really make sense. So I ended up switching that out, or not switching it, but just getting rid of it and just keeping with it. And I was gonna add, it was very hard to find some paintings to add because I feel like, while, I mean, not everything is gonna be a match, and that's not really, everything already isn't matched. But I wanted at least the framework to be somewhat similar. But I ended up just, putting whatever I thought made sense or looked like it would be a good or fit for the, what's it called, museum. So, yeah, and then here I found tapestries. I feel like very common to showcase the artwork and all the ingenuities. Is that the word I'm looking for? Ingenuities created by the cultures. And yeah, so that was my thought process again. Made it very, I mean, not very simple. I mean, it tells a lot, I feel. It's just enough of what I had. Also added some seating here in the middle of the, not of, but in, oh, sorry, hit my desk there. In the middle, just like I realized there was no seating here, and usually museums they have place for you to sit, especially when you're looking at a piece that's more thought-provoking, I guess, or maybe just big and a mural like, they usually have seatings for you. So I decided to add that in. And yeah, like I said, nothing major changes. Probably my closest, or not the closest, the most true to screen build you'll see me do. I really didn't make much changes besides the couches and stuff. So yeah, pretty much as is with this build. Yep. What else do I want to talk about? I'm not sure. I really am trying to talk for longer, but I actually slowed down this video just so you can see a lot because I was moving the camera a lot and I feel like I would want you guys to see more of it. So I did slow down, but as a result of that, I do have to talk for 20 minutes. So that's unfortunate, but I have to start getting better. Yeah, and then here we have some, okay, here and there in the bottom. I believe I already showed it because we already went to the first floor, the mining area. Then I have arrows here just so I can showcase like the timeline and such, where to walk to get it in order. But yeah, I feel like that was a nice little touch in detailing because I feel like that's another thing you see. Well, not really. Museums don't really have arrows or things to show you. It's just usually a free-for-all with stuff. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah, just more tapestries. I also add that thing. It's a sundial, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like that's pretty common, especially with a lot of cultures. Very interesting to think. Because I recently was watching a video of majority of cultures all refer to time as being a cycle rather than linear, and a very connection with the circular time. Like the Aztecs, Mayans, and the Chinese calendar were all circles. So I thought that was very interesting to add. So that's why I decided that would be good for a native thing, just because very common way of seeing time. But yeah, then I added here. I'm adding some more decorations. Maybe the royalty, settlers, history, how it goes. But yeah, and then I have more display. Well, I did one display case here. I don't exactly remember what I did. Just little, obviously, protected items you need, paperwork, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. The video's over. I can finally stop talking. And that's right now. Hopefully I did good this time. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, staying to the end. despite me being very tired. But again, I'm trying to upload consistently, so I had to record. But yeah. Alright, enjoy the little video tour of the museum. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like this is probably... I really did try to lean into realism. So, and I feel like I did pretty well. Alright then, I'll leave you guys to enjoy the video tour once again. See you guys next week.